Last time when I was in one of my favorite cafes reading my book, a bunch of people came, sat next to me, and what it started to be intending to read my book, it became to be pretending to read my book. And the reason for that is because their gossiping was just too good, and I still had loads of coffee left. And the gossiping was something like, "Hey, you're right, not too bad. I just broke with my partner. How come? Yeah, I didn't just feel the spark, you know. And I think I'm just going to take a time for myself and enjoy myself around." So when you listen to somebody speaking about enjoying themselves around regarding partners, various thoughts comes to mind. And one of them is like, naughty, I know what you're doing. But another one, besides babies, is STIs. And this thought took me to a second thought. That is that in this world, there's two kinds of people. The people that do know and the people that do not know. Like, for instance, did you know that in the UK regarding STIs has a very special place in the world? And the reason for this, let's enlist them, is regarding HIV, you have the HAART, the high activity antiretroviral treatment. People die because of age, not AIDS anymore. About syphilis, for example, you have one shot, a single shot of penicillin, gets rid of it. Papillomavirus, you not only have treatment, but also you do have vaccines. However, when it comes to gonorrhea, the UK has a very special place in the world because the UK is one of the very few places in the world that has reported, thankfully not that often, a strain of gonorrhea that is resistant to every antibiotic, old and new. And this takes me to the second. Did you know that from the UK, England is the one that leads the amount of cases of gonorrhea? And we would ask, okay, in England, whereabouts? Well, did you know that in 2023, just last year, Nottingham is the city with the highest rate with gonorrhea and chlamydia, for example? And finally, did you know that the population in risk in order to get these kind of infections is especially the babies between 15 and 35 years old? I'm in risk. So you will say, okay, what about the treatment for gonorrhea? There's still one that is pretty effective around the world, including here in the UK, but it's just a matter of time that is going to change. Any vaccines? Yes, it has been intended, it has been tried, and they all failed. So this is where I come into the role. I belong to a group that we are not intending to do another drug, we're not intending to do another vaccine, but we're intending to understand the DNA of the bug so we can play with it maybe. And we found something that is called toxin-antitoxin system. The toxin-antitoxin system basically is a system in the DNA of the bug that creates a toxin once it's activated, and the bug will die or stop its growth. So right now we're studying it in order to know how to modulate it, how to activate it. And once we know about that, maybe we have a new therapeutics. The more you know.